All right, so we're up early this morning. Morning thoughts, morning thoughts, morning thoughts. Shout out to the people going out to work this morning. Shout out to the people coming in from work this morning. Extra special big up shout out to the people who work multiple jobs. I have the utmost respect for you. Shout out to my entrepreneurs, my stay-at-home moms and pops, my retirees. Shout out to the drivers. Shout out to the Uber driver, Lyft driver, truck driver, taxi driver, food delivery drivers, round town and long distance truck drivers. Shout out to the crossing guards and the school teachers. Shout out to the law enforcement personnel, medical field personnel, military personnel. I was afraid I no, Mr. The White named them in here. I actually did that. So damn, y'all in. I'm gonna do another one later, makeup for the people whose names are in green. Didn't really mean to have everybody in here this morning, but since you're here, then we're gonna give it to you like this morning. All right. But we're gonna do another one later for the people whose names are in green. My bad. I'm hurrying to get started. I'm 5 minutes late to the time that I said I was gonna be started at, and accidentally hit the wrong button. So everybody in the chat this morning again. I don't even know if it's probably not even set to subscribers. So people who are in here this morning, some of them probably aren't even going to be subscribers of the channel. Which, since I found out how to cater to subscribers only and then to those whose names are in green only, that's all I want to do. But I also we're done with it this morning. We're gonna work with it anyway. All right, Dainty, big up yourself. Thank you for being here. Shout out to the people whose names are in white. If you are a subscriber, big up to you. Same way. You can get your membership at any given time. If you're not rate to like that, then it's all good. For the people whose names are in green, extra special big up to you. Thank you for being here this morning. Miss Goldie Robinson was the first one in. Audrey Wright was right there. Black Eagle was there. Great goodies on the board as well. Grace James, Missy Bram Bram, Let's Bond TV up early and in the building with us this morning. Unstoppable Josh is here. P Niles, 123. I was about to say Prillis, 123. Tracy Chin, haven't seen you in a while. Tracy Chin, big up yourself. Thank you for being here. Missy Bram Bram Dea, thank you for being here. And Mistress 8 Talks Health and Wellness, thank you for being here as well. Anthony Vaz, Trini L. Bay, big up yourself, bro. Thank you for being here. Let's Bond TV said the chat free up this morning again. Yeah, accidentally, but we're gonna get to that. Anyhow, S Diva, thank you for being here. YouTube, send me notification. Not before. Dorothy T, thank you for being here. Thank you as well. All right, listen, we have a couple of things because the morning is short. It's not gonna be so we do a 5 hour live yesterday, 5 hours. I have a plan that I'm going to do a 24-hour live. It's to be do something that's fun, and it's to do something to challenge myself as well. And in that one day you're probably gonna see me eat my dinner, you're gonna see me just do everything. I'm just vibing on camera for 24 hours straight. I'm trying to see something. I hate doing the things that everybody else does. It becomes so mundane and monotonous, and we just want to do something different. So stay tuned for that 24-hour. You can check in, check out, go sleep to it, wake up. I'll probably still be here. I'm really going to run a 24-hour live. And if I do it and I'm successful, then I'm going to also do a longer than 24-hour live and see how long we can actually stay live fun or before YouTube cut me off or something like that. I need to fix my hat straight. I'm OCD. My hat being bent up is bothering me. We don't know which way to fix it. Anyway, here we are on this beautiful morning. Today is the 22nd of July, 2025. Whoever have birthdays out there, happy birthday to you. I know I'm super happy to be here. I'm feeling healthy and strong. Wake up this morning. All praises due to the Most High God. Go work out, feel good about myself, and I want to push the message of health is wealth. Please take care of your health. Please take care of your health. Listen, I'm on the beach. I'm chilling. I'm thinking, damn, life is good. Life is good. I'm not in nobody prison. I'm not in nobody hospital. I'm feeling good and healthy. And know once your health starts to fade, it's a wrap. Because you can't really enjoy anything else. All you can think about is death. On the table this morning, we have a couple of things. Dancehall war plan. Since we started talking about it yesterday, I really gave it some more meds today. Bounty Killer did a video interview with DJ Academics, and I was watching that interview and dissecting the interview, and I'm not going to go over the whole interview. There was just something that was said pertaining to Alkaline. Bounty Killer sent a clear message, so we're going to talk about that, what Bounty said about Alkaline, and how people are taking it and what are going to come from that. Plus, we war plan because we want to see war. And then there's a video out that was posted by our president. President Trump posted a video on, or reposted a video of President Obama being arrested in the White House. We're going to talk about that. We have the little video here as well. Why does he want President Obama arrested and all these things? Actor Malcolm-Jamal Warner is dead. He has passed away. And that's where we shall end this morning. We're going to be here till about 8. The goal is to be here till 8 a.m. It's 6:42 now. By 8 a.m. we should be done. Just to let you in on the personal life part of things, because I'm a real person. This morning is children's doctor's appointment. And remember I told y'all, we don't like when wifey do them something by ourselves. Plus, if you're raising kids, you know, sir, these times you can't get back, you know what I mean? So if your daughter is going to go get, or your son is going to go get their injections and them first inoculation, them first vaccines and whatever else that's required to go to school and so on and so forth, you want to be there as a parent. So them things they are going this morning, and daddy have to be a part of all of that gladly. So we start out early so we can do the daddy thing in time. Have to be off of here 8 a.m. sharp. Real life is happening. All right. Him have enough joke look like him look company, says Audrey. All right. Caught another live this week, says Kaidi Blaze. Thank you for being here. Let's start out with Malcolm-Jamal Warner first. Malcolm-Jamal Warner, for those of you who grew up, especially if you're an 80s, 90s kid, more 80s, 90s kid, right? Them time that you're growing up. You knew him as Theo Huxtable. I was just telling my sons, I said back in the day when we were growing up, we had things on TV that depicted us with class and depicted us in a way you would want your family to aspire to be. If you think about it, right? We had a different world. A different world was shot in a HBCU setting, right? Historical black college, university type setting. Educated young people who were pursuing a higher degree of education, and some were studying to be engineers, and some were in the doctor's program, and some were in the this and the other, right? We had those kind of things. And then, of course, we had the iconic Cosby Show, which the Cosby Shows, there has been no other show since the Cosby Shows that predicted a family unit for the black people that looked like that. Mother was a lawyer. Father was a doctor, a surgeon / doctor. And the children were all doing good in school and heading off to college and all these other things. So we grew up with that, right? Family Matters, Jefferson, Cosby Show. We grew up with those. And Theo Huxtable can't be erased from your mind if you come from that era. So it is so sad to see that at the young 54 years old, Theo Huxtable life ended so suddenly. You know, I just sat and watched a movie, me and wifey, and Theo was actually playing corrections officer in it. But he was the kind of correction officer that he will find the person who he's supposed to be the correction officer for. So he's the type to like kick off the door and go find them and stuff. And when I saw him on the screen, I was like, yes, he's in a big movie just recently. And I just watched it like 2 days ago. So to see this is like, damn. You know, so Malcolm-Jamal Warner reflected on how he wanted it to be remembered in his final interview before his death. Just a little something to go on the way. He reflected on his legacy in his final interview that was released 2 months ago prior to his tragic death recently. He appeared on May 21st episode of what's called Hot and Bothered by Melissa Ford podcast, and he said he died July 20th at the age of 54. And he admitted that then he was really worrying about his legacy. You know, after you pass half a century, you start to see the other side of the hill kind of thing. And you're like, yeah, although I'm going down the other side of the hill slow, this is the part where, because you know you're not getting back another 50 years, right? It's on upwards from here on out. So you better be on your P's and Q's and know what, if you're one of those people who came to live and you came to leave a legacy for sure. Me not tell you how to live. If you come here and you decide to willy-nilly your whole life and live it like, you know, you're still 17 when you're 50, irresponsible, dark, dunce, don't know what, one, arrogant, all that, then by all means, do that. It's your life to live. But I know any conscious person, by the time you hit your 40s, mid 40s to late 40s, heading into your 50s, you start to zero in and become more focused on, well, what is my legacy going to be? What am I really here to do? And when I leave, how will I be remembered? What am I going to be leaving behind? Am I paying it forward so my children and grandchildren can benefit from my presence here? Or am I just going to be like a leaf that the wind came and took away and it's just gone, you know? So anyways, he said in this interview that now that he is past 50, he was really thinking about his legacy. And in a statement that was obtained by People, the Judicial Investigation Agency, or the OIJ, said that he was rescued by bystanders from the ocean, but he was declared dead at the scene. He took his family on a vacation to Costa Rica and he drowned while he was swimming. Authorities confirmed that he died from asphyxiation by submersion. Damn. It's not even like the man was doing anything out of place and accidentally kill himself or, you know, in a car accident or nothing. You took your family on vacation. You took your family on vacation out there swimming with his wife and his son and drowned. I remember my mother said to me one time, he said in his last interview, my mom said, Mr. Bill Cosby actually gave you immortality. So I know on one lane that there's legacy there. I'll always be remembered as Theo, Theo Huxtable. The actor rose to fame playing Theo Huxtable, the son of the Heathcliff and Claire Huxtable, Bill Cosby, as which was with Felicia Rashad as his wife, right? The Cosby Show. And this was, they had 8 seasons, 1984 to 1992. That's why I say if you're an 80s to 90s kid, you could not have missed this. I feel like, okay, here's what legacy, there's some legacy there, but then because I've had this full life after the show, there's another lane of legacy that I get to leave behind, he said. And I'm still here working through that. They asked him, how do you want to be remembered? Which is funny because you're doing an interview and your last interview ends up being an interview that you recently spoke about how you want to be remembered after you pass and your legacy that you're going to leave behind. You know, I don't really want to think about passing yet, because it look like when you think stuff and then you speak it, it actually just manifests kind of thing. So he said he wanted to be remembered as a good person. He wants to be remembered as a good person, and he knows that he's going to be remembered as a good person. It's possible to walk through this world with all the darkness in the world that's happening, and it's possible to maintain your soul and to be a good person. You don't have to sell out to dark powers. You don't have to let evil consume you. You can live your life being a good person. And he said he was proud that he maintained that about himself throughout his life. Of course, everybody is reeling from this, in shock, can't believe it. But people, this is life. This is life, and life happens. Whether you're famous or unknown, whether you are poor or rich, all of us have a destined day with that thing that we call death, which I hate the word death. Because death just means just dead, like will never exist again kind of thing. And I don't believe that's what happened with humans. I believe that the energy force from within us transfers. I believe in soul, spirit, and then physical body being the vehicle that carries that. So when you leave this physical thing here, so the spirit still exists. So we don't really use the word dead, but for layman's term then, because that's what's commonly used, we're going to say dead, right? He died, so he's dead. He passed on. But we all have our date with that. And the thing is, we don't know when. My big example this morning, this right here is to just wake up our consciousness. You know what I'm saying? For everybody that's seeing this, you're not gathered here for no reason this morning. You were meant to be reminded this morning at this time of the morning to get up and live your life. Get up and live your life. The things them where you have on hold that you keep pushing back, that you keep saying, I'm going to do it next year. I'm going to do it. I don't really know. I'm concerned about what people might say about me and how they're going to judge me. And, get up and live your life. Because you really don't know. You have now. And that's all you have is now. You don't have tomorrow. You don't have yesterday. You have now. Theo, I'm sure, thought he had tomorrow. I'm going to go vacation with my family, and then the next day after that, we're going to go see this and that, and the next day, we're going to do this, and that's it. You're out of here. There is no tomorrow for you. So wake up and live. That's the message we're going to send, May his soul rest in peace, and may his family be comforted. This is the part of life that it leaves a bitter taste in anybody's mouth that cares about you when you go. But we all will go at some point. See what I'm saying? All right. Tomorrow is promised to no one, says Lesbon TV. And we need to live like that. Don't live careless, but YOLO and go jump off our bridge. Don't live careless, but at the same time, you have to still live like this thing is precious, man. And you don't know when it's going to be taken away from you. You really honestly do not know. You can plan till you're blue. You don't know. And wake up with that every day. Wake up being super appreciative that you get to do another day. Wake up being grateful and full of gratitude that you get to do another day. And wake up and try to be the best person you can be again. Another day, even better than you were yesterday. Nobody worry about 1 year and 2 years. Worry about the next 24 hours that you got again. And then build on that every 24 hours. You know what I mean? Take it in strides, one step at a time. That's what that means. See? All right. Tiffany said, please hit the like button. 446 people in here. We have 130 thumbs up. If you're in here, you're resonating with the content, please hit the like button, hit the thumbs up button for us, please. We appreciate that greatly. For those of you who will, we try this all the time. A lot of people don't for some reason. But if you don't want to, then that's on you. But for those who forgot to, y'all good somebody, just hit the thumbs up button as we continue with the live, right? And we'll transition from that into our next topic now. Close that off by again saying our condolences goes out to his family and his children, his wife and his children, and may his soul rest in peace. Until our time, and gone before us. All right? All right. The next one I wanted to talk about now was, I had to get these out the way. This is up to you. Do you want to do the Obama being arrested, or do you want to do the dancehall war plan? Dancehall or Obama? It's up to you. You have 60 seconds to choose. Put it on the screen, and we'll move ahead. Dancehall or Obama? Audrey Wright says Obama. S. Diva says Obama. Dorothy T says Obama. Claudette Sterling says Obama. Rolling with the Nines, Obama. Takias White says Obama. I hope I pronounced that right. Farron, Obama. Okay, overwhelmingly Obama. It's going. We're 30 seconds in with 30 seconds to go. The only thing I see on the screen is Obama. There's nothing else. So let's go to this video. 40 seconds. We have 10 seconds to go. 9, 8. Lovely Aneka. 7, 4, 2, 1. Obama it is. All right. There's a video that got posted of President Obama being arrested. I don't know if y'all have seen the video. I'm driving down the street. Yeah, you know what? Let me start off by taking a deep breath and exhaling and saying, I know it's not me alone. I'm not internalizing stuff, but it's been burdensome lately. It's been exhausting. Exhausting is the right word. You know, exhausting is the right word. And I know I'm not the only one that's feeling exhausted. I'm driving and, you know, I'm park up real quick. And as I'm about to go in the store, I'm like, let me check my phone and see. And boom, we want President Obama arrested for, and they're on TV saying it as if he will be arrested. And these would be the charges and all this. So I'm like, what's the obsession with the man? But anyway, here's the video. Look at the video first, and then we'll talk about the video, how the video came about, and where we're seen. President Trump was the one that shared this video depicting President Obama being arrested in the Oval Office, and we're going to share it right here with you like this. We don't want no copyright infringement. And then there he is sitting in a jail cell, right? For those who missed it, here it is again. There's music playing, but we don't want to play the music because we don't want the copyright infringement for that music. He's laughing. President Obama is being arrested. He's brought to his knees. He's handcuffed. And then he's dragged out of the Oval Office. No top form, man. It's AI. You know, if you ask if it's AI, it is AI. It's AI generated. However, for the fact that the sitting president would actually post this, it says a lot. So let's get it clear for everybody out there, since people are actually asking. I can't believe that you're asking this, but I've said it before. I said it. Remember, again, for those who've been following for a while, remember when I said to you that as we move into the future, we're going to have to be super careful about what we are seeing. Because usually one time gone in our past time, we used to be people who say, me not believe it till me see it. So I have to see it. Well, they have made it now so that when you see stuff, it's not actually what's really happening, right? Right. So we've moved into a different era. Remember when I told y'all I saw President Obama give a speech, eloquent speech, and then at the end of the speech, him get angry and him fling with the microphone and it hit the wall. Bing! Box over the podium, and the podium was made of wood, and the podium broke up, and he picked up something and slam it down, so, and then he walked away. And I was like, when did this happen? So I'm searching online, like, if this really happened in real life, somebody else have to have posted this. All major news media houses would be on top of this, because this was like the end of his presidency. AI been around for a while, but AI is being fine-tuned to the point where now a good AI video, you cannot tell the difference. Like this one, that really looks like President Obama being arrested at the Oval Office after a meeting with Donald Trump. He's brought to his knees, he's handcuffed. Trump is actually looking at him and laughing after they just got finished talking. You know, it's like call them in to cuff him up and take him out of here kind of thing. We know it's AI, but the fact that the sitting president would actually post that is where the problem lies, right? I just want to know what this obsession is with undoing everything that President Obama did and also tarnishing his legacy. Like, what is the obsession with that? Was it because it's somebody who is seen as more charismatic than you are? Is this a jealousy thing? Or is this something that's even deeper than that? You know, on this same video right here, you're posting a video of someone being arrested, saying they need to be arrested like this. And then boom, check this out. Here is your record. And these are facts. 64 times mentioned in the Epstein report. 64 times. 97 times pleaded the fifth. 34 felony convictions. 91 criminal charges. 26 sexual assault allegations. 6 bankruptcies. 5 draft deferments. 4 indictments. 2 impeachments. 2 convicted companies. 1 fake university shutdown. 1 fake charity shutdown. $25 million fraud settlement. $5 million sexual abuse verdict. $2 million fake charity abuse judgment. $93 million sexual abuse judgment. $400+ million fraud judgment. First president in history to serve a full term. Increased the deficit every year he was in office. First president in history to maintain debt to GDP ratio over 100% for his entire term. Highest annual budget deficit. Most added to the national debt in a single term. Most new unemployment claims. Largest single day point drop in the history of the Dow under his watch. First major party candidate in half a century to lose the popular vote twice. Longest government shutdown in history, and he did that while his own party controlled both chambers of Congress. First president in the history of approval ratings to maintain a net negative approval rating for his entire term. First president to be impeached twice. First president to have bipartisan support for his conviction after impeachment, which happened both times. Most indictment, guilty pleas, and criminal convictions of members of an administration, and the first president to have a mugshot. That's a long and lengthy. I saw somebody was calling just now. Caller, you can call back. I wanted to go through that before it was interrupted, obviously. His CV is impressive, right? Now, is this something that's a distraction? Because I'm thinking this is a distraction. I'm thinking this is a distraction from the whole. And I didn't want to talk about this. Somebody said to me a long time ago, Paparazzi. Paparazzi was a man that was located in the UK, but he tuned in on a regular basis. You know, he was one of the people who, when I started out early on YouTube, he said, SouFlo, older people like me listen to you. So if you just clean up the curse words and stuff, your channel will go far. Them times I may have like 5,000 subscribers, if that. Paparazzi since has passed away, but live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
How are you this morning?
I'm good, family. How you doing?
Good.
All right.
You make a comment later on what is the obsession with Donald Trump and Obama?
Yeah, what's the obsession?
The obsession is Donald Trump is evil. Obama was good. So he already know he can never be Obama.
That's the obsession, you think?
That's the obsession.
You don't think this is a distraction from the Epstein files?
It is too.
It is too.
Because if the Epstein file come out, they will impeach him.
I mean,
and probably put him in prison.
When I say it's exhausting, I mean like I never seen a president be involved in so many things that has nothing to do with being a president. Like I woke up one day and there's this, oh, he's about to sign an executive order concerning student athletes getting paid. Like, you know, student athletes in recent times have been able to make money. And Shedeur Sanders, if Shedeur Sanders was already Deion Sanders' son, so he was already raised by a millionaire Hall of Famer father. So he grew up with luxury. However, you know, the children have to work hard. But Shedeur started earning his own millions. So by the time the draft came around, they weren't drafting some desperate kid who, oh God, I gotta make it to the NFL because I gotta save my mama because I haven't seen my daddy since I was 2 years old. That wasn't his story, right? His story was, I'm already rich. I'm already rich, and I play football because I love it. And because he had that braggadocio about him, he was supposed to be drafted first round draft pick, at least, if not first, second. And you saw what they did, right? So it's crazy to see President Obama, not President Obama, but President Trump jump in now and said he's going to sign an executive order to regulate how these student athletes are able to capitalize off of their name and their likeness as far as them getting paid as student athletes. So I'm saying that has nothing to do with being president. That's why it's exhausting, because you wake up every day and it's something else that has to do with, like, run the country. You know, run the country. Yeah, but I feel what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. And, you know, it looks like to be that.
I'm moving back to Jamaica.
You're moving back to Jamaica? You're not waiting for them to send you back. You're not they're rounding up people right now with no they're rounding up people right now with no discretion. So anything is possible for any of us, you know what I'm saying? I was on my phone with my brother yesterday, and I told him I'm moving back. I'm an American citizen and I'm a Jamaican citizen. So are you certain about moving back, or are you just saying you're moving back? No, I'm moving back. I'm done. Oh, you are? So far, I'm disabled. I'm on the weekend. Right. I don't want to end up in the nursing home. Okay. Or if I could tell you of me, I have a bigger story. One day I'm going to call you and tell you. Right. Life. All right. So yeah. Well, all right. Okay, man. Have a nice day, man. All right, you too now. Okay, bye. So in case those of you are wondering, that person has a speech impediment because they, like the person just said, I'm disabled. So they had things happen in life where that put them that way that they are now, right? So when I judge people upon them kind of level that, because sickness and accident is here for all of us as long as you're living. I'm moving back to Jamaica because, yeah, but we talked about that. Don't want to end up in a nursing home here, and don't want to be here long enough to end up in a nursing home, because aging out here, if you don't have money and you don't have round-the-clock care and somewhere and people who care about you around you, you're probably going to suffer in one of them nursing homes, them subpar nursing homes. You know what I mean? Sheldon Weldon said, keep black people poor. Mr. Bram says, him no want no young person having millions. I honestly think, yeah, Papa Rocky said, SouFlo, as long as you don't touch politics, you will be around for a long time on your platform, and your platform will continue to grow for years to come. But once you start messing with them politics, then you might run into problems, bro, because he was telling me about having to leave Jamaica. So him one of the people them were flee from Jamaica back in the 80s when political warfare was at an all-time high and murders were rampant, and politicians in Jamaica were actually summoning ghetto youths like himself from the ghetto and give them gun and tell them where to go shoot up and all these things. So he had to run for his life. He ended up in the UK, right? And he was telling me like, yo, just stay away from the politics. I fear for you because when you start speaking, you go deep. So me no want to go too deep, and I don't want to be in them politics like that. I just touch stuff on the surface when it comes to politics and keep it going. Sad that we have to live in a society like that where you can't really speak your mind as how you're feeling. You know, why the bad comments about Obama? I have no clue. So President Donald Trump posted a fake video on the Truth Social. Everybody knows the video is fake. We're saying it again. The video is fake. Okay? It's a AI generated video. But according to News Nation, this video was posted by President Donald Trump on Truth Social on Sunday. He owns Truth Social. of former President Barack Obama being arrested in the Oval Office while the song YMCA by the Village People played in the background. It seems to be his favorite song. The 86-second video from TikTok user at Neo8171 opens with a mashup of prominent Democrats, including President Obama, former President Joe Biden, and former Speaker of the House Nancy Pelosi, declaring that no one is above the law, as the Curb Your Enthusiasm theme song played. About 40 seconds into the video, as you could see, it cuts to the AI-generated sequence of a sit-down meeting with President Trump and President Obama in the Oval Office as FBI agents lurk on Obama, bringing him to his knees and placing him in handcuffs and then dragging him out of there, all while President Trump looks on and smiles. The video concludes with another AI-generated depiction of President Obama wearing an orange jumpsuit in a jail cell. Of course, everybody wants to know, what the hell is this about? So the sitting president also shared a fake image, which was generated by user at Sir Temple Mount in the style of the Brady Bunch, and I saw that one as well. I don't remember if I saved it, but I saw it. You don't know if you remember the Brady Bunch, where they would appear on the screen in different squares, and they would like look down at each other and look up at each other in each square. He did that, and it was a 3x3 square grid with mugshots of President Obama, his cabinet officials, and center square that read the Shady Bunch as a play on the Brady Bunch. Obama's office did not immediately respond to a request for comments about the imagery. The post came 2 days after Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi Gabbard is the Director of National Intelligence. On Friday, Tulsi Gabbard threatened to refer President Obama and President Obama era officials, including the president, to Justice Department for prosecution with regards to a purported treasonous conspiracy that was centered on the 2016 presidential election. So here we go again. In the declassified report, Gabbard accused the officials of having manufactured and politicized intelligence to lay the groundwork for a year-long coup against Donald Trump. Democrats in both Senate and the House condemned the move by the top U.S. intelligence official, calling this baseless. Listen, this is a top U.S. intelligence official. I could see if bloggers and vloggers were doing this, but these are people who run the country who are doing this. It is sadly not surprising that DNI Gabbard, who promised to depoliticize the intelligence community, is once again weaponizing her position to amplify the president's election conspiracy theory. Remember that attorney that used to be mayor of New York, Rudolph Giuliani? Even Rudolph Giuliani got in trouble for being a part of pushing that conspiracy theory about the 2016 election. Haven't heard from Rudolph Giuliani, but I can bet that he will probably be all forgiven and his cases will be dismissed, because who he was pushing for is actually now in power. As you can see, the people who were at the insurrection, like tried to overrun the Capitol, those who were arrested and tried and convicted and sentenced, they've all been set free, right? So you already know what time it is around here. Veronica Gale says the world is going to hell in a handbasket and this man playing games. You know, I really don't think he's the person that generated that. They showed a picture the other day of the person who was responsible for his social media and the things that we've been seeing on his social media. But of course he has to approve it. And there, I can't help but to think that they're sitting in the back just laughing and enjoying it. But it's, to us, it's not presidential. So but I know they don't care about what we think, right? But if y'all want to understand why they are seeking to have President Obama arrested, it has to do with them accusing him of treasonous conspiracy pertaining to the 2016 presidential election. Now, I'm going to say this, and then we're going to get away from this, because I don't want to get way into this. All I remember is this. I remember them saying that, when I say them, I mean the Trump administration saying the Epstein files were going to be released pretty soon. Correct me if I'm wrong. Then there were officials from his administration standing in front of the White House with folders saying these are the Epstein files. We have them right here. One prominent House speaker, our spokesperson, said, I have it on my desk right now as we speak. All right. What happened to all that? Because now it came down to we're going to release it. Then it came down to it actually was made up by the Obama administration. And first it was erased. Everything was erased by the Obama administration because they were trying to cover up for themselves. And then for the Obama-Biden administration, it was actually fake and made up, and there is no Epstein files. And then they did that so they can say that Trump was on it and use that against them, but there really is none. And now we're hearing it just didn't exist at all. And now we're hearing President Obama needs to be arrested. You know, karma is coming, else what he wishes to Obama will happen to him. I don't think nothing's going to happen to him. I think this is a time where we have to accept what we're seeing, and what we're seeing is a man who was put in that position because that's who the powers that be wanted in that position. For whatever reason, that's who they wanted in that position, because certain things have to be done, and he's the person to do it. Whether they're going to be doing it in his name and his back is broad enough to handle the legacy that's going to be left after, I'm willing to tarnish myself so I could sit in that seat for them to get this, whatever agenda it is, unfold. Somebody else is like, nah, they're like, don't put this person in there because we're not going to be able to get it done on that person's watch, but put him in there because he'll definitely go along with it. But ain't nothing going to happen to him. When he ran for president and nobody who was in a position of power was able to stop that run, that's when I knew that it was a wrap. It was a wrap. Somebody high and mighty and powerful, even more powerful than him, wanted him there. So there's nothing we're gonna do. We can do. You can look and say, oh, he can go to prison. He got 34 felonies. He this, that, and the other. It means nothing. It means nothing because nobody can do anything about it. And that's that. We just have to accept it for what it is and keep it moving. You know, I'm just exhausted though. I'm just exhausted already. And I'm trying to think like 3 more years and change left. I'm going to have to do a lot of beach days, a lot of gym time, a lot of meditation and eating healthy, a lot of not paying attention to. I'm trying to tell some of y'all how to deal with this. Because there's a lot of stuff that's coming down the pipeline that's going to affect everybody. Live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Hi, SouFlo. What's up, my brother?
Morning, family. How you doing?
Doing good. It's been a minute. Time zone difference.
Ah, seeing.
Yeah, I had to make some moves. Go to Alaska. Do some work. Make sure the family's good.
So you're in Alaska now, or you're back?
Yes, sir.
Oh, you're in Alaska. Is it day or night there right now?
It's constantly day.
Constantly day.
just 24 hours.
Oh yeah, because it's summer hours.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Damn.
So I'm glad I caught your show.
All right. Thanks for tuning in, bro. Talk to us now. What's up?
So look, with this thing with the president, at the end of the day, that's who the people chose.
Yeah, if that's believed, but yeah.
I mean,
I honestly think something happened. I just don't want to push that agenda because, they're coming down pretty hard on people for saying what they believe. And it's like you have no longer can speak freely. So I will just say, if that's what you believe, that's what people chose, kind of thing. It don't make sense to me, but I'll run with it because I keep saying it too. That's what you voted for. That's what people chose. So we have to respect that.
Where we're
with a wink.
The First and Second Amendment are only for certain people. That's where we're at right now.
Right.
And I try to tell my folks back in Jamaica, the America that we're living in now is not the America of 10 years ago. Now, even though I'm a citizen, that don't mean squat today.
Absolutely, and that's what I'm telling everybody. These are making people aware.
Yeah. Like, this is a public service announcement.
Yes, bro.
Don't matter what your situation is, you could wake up and find yourself in Wakanda tomorrow.
Yeah, if you were not born here, you are on the chopping block too.
Straight up.
Yeah, straight up.
And even this whole thing with birthright citizenship that he's trying to get rid of, people keep saying he couldn't do this and he can't do this and that. I don't know if you know this, but the Supreme Court seems to be beholden to him.
Yeah. So you're not saying anything new, and I know you missed a couple of these shows, but I've been saying that all along. Everybody that's here knows that I've been saying that all along. When people said to me that there are things that he's not going to be able to do and you should know better, what I said was, you must be slow, because every step that he has to go for approval that you're talking about, that's supposed to stop him, there are people already in place there that will give it the stamp of approval. It's just a delay that's going to happen, but it's going to happen. So we already know that.
I mean this year live shows, but I go back and I watch them on YouTube. And like that lady that called in earlier, me and my wife, we're looking to move. Yeah, we are in the process of moving to somewhere else.
Like another country?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Because people don't take this seriously, but staying here is like playing Russian roulette with your life.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that. Some people can run or move, man, and then there are others who are too deeply entrenched to go anywhere. You know what I mean? Then that's what it comes down to. That's what
I completely understand. I mean, you can try your best to stay off their radar, but depending on where you are in the country, it's hard to do, especially in the cities, man, Miami and places like that.
Right.
So, I mean, to my peoples, all I can say is do your best, but they don't care. They don't care if you're a green card holder. They don't care if you're undocumented. They don't care if you're a naturalized citizen. They don't care.
Facts. As a matter of fact, there's a story right here that I wanted to share about an 82-year-old grandfather who lost his green card. Like, he physically lost the card, don't know where it's at, and he was deported before he could even find his card back to say, I mean, if you don't have your card physically, you're still supposed to be listed in the system, right?
Right.
All right. He skated right through to deportation, and he's a green card holder.
I wish more people would have listened to you, man.
Yeah, man. I wish they would have.
They don't take it seriously. I wish they would.
Yep. So when the caca hits the fan, you already know it's gonna be every man for himself, right? Yeah, and
man, it's already pandemonium right now.
Yeah, it's only gonna get worse.
In the immigrant community,
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people who are just clawing at straws to get out of here. That self-deportation that they talk about, we have people of all statuses that's just leaving.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I hope it makes the country better. That's what they want, right?
Right.
So when the doctors leave and the lawyers leave and the veterans leave and teachers, I hope it makes the country better.
I hope so too, brother. All right, man.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna go too deep into all this though, because like I said before, these are times where we have to navigate skillfully and know what you're saying and all this other stuff. So don't bait up yourself, as we would say. Right? All right, man. All right,
brother. Good looking out.
Yes, have a wonderful one. Yes?
Yes, sir.
All right. All right. We ain't going to stay on that topic no more. I'll give you the story about the 82-year-old in another video by itself. But just know that times have changed and that there's a lot of weird stuff that's going on around you that you're going to have to adjust to as long as you are here. As long as you're here. We're going to get into something more fun than that, though. All right. So with that said and further ado, let me say this first. Don't forget to keep on living. Regardless of what's going on around you, don't forget to keep on living, and don't forget to reach out to somebody if things get too much for you. Don't forget to pray. Don't forget to take care of your health, because when you take care of your health, you tend to feel better mentally. And don't forget to get some little exercise in your life and them kind of something. But don't let any of what's happening around you stop you from living, because you're here to live, right? And I say to myself on a regular basis, this too shall pass. That's what keeps me going. This too shall pass. Everything is temporary. This too shall pass. Everything and everyone is temporary. This too shall pass. All right? That's how we're there with it. With that said, though, we're going to move into our dancehall segment, because we have 30 minutes left. And this is where we're going to talk about that. All right. The lesson of the day is don't turn your back on your country, DJ. DJ Rain movement on YouTube. Yeah, don't turn your back on your country is a good one. The place where you're born and grow and your neighbor train cut there. I've been telling them that for years, man. I've been telling them that for years. Some people used to come on and be like, you hate Jamaica. I can't stand your platform because you hate Jamaica, because all you talk about is crime and violence happening in Jamaica. And so many of them would say it that I would be like, how the hell are you figuring me to be somebody that hates Jamaica? And all I talk about is crime and violence. If I talk about anything happening to tourists there or returning residents there, it's with a mindset of enlightening other returning residents or those who intend to be a returning resident how to move more safer on the island, right? I go there myself constantly, obviously showing everybody else that I'm a place that not run from it. And as bad as it may look from the outside, I don't feel that when I'm in it, right? So bring yourself back too. I'm telling people, like, the longer you stay out is the more fearful you become, because media will make you fear a lot. You have to dip on the ground to feel it and to see it. I've been encouraging people for years. Go back to your yard, live on the air with SouFlo. Good morning.
Blessed morning, my brother. Blessed morning.
Manners and respect, King. What go on?
Quick and fast. We just throw in my little sound up and I say,
Yeah.
Now, hurry up and come go back to my yard,
Yeah. Let's say now wait till them color you off.
Watch out, my brother. Watch out, my brother.
Yeah.
Means a boy will know when my welcome run out.
You see it, that's all.
Get my two little piece or something.
See it.
Put two little things together. I fly a business just and then go back a yard.
All right. All right. Yeah. Here what? When you reach a yard, enjoy it for me to hear, because I so reach so I so reach so I left out my yard. Yeah.
Hey, is that line a farm to go back a yard?
Bro, you know who me afraid for? Not afraid for, but I'm not afraid though, but who me feel for? Me feel for the people them where we are tell for years now say, boy, reconnect yourself and set up yourself and you don't know what could have happened next, you know. I know them people are looking at the sky and I look around them, you know, like, cause them really disconnected, you know. Them no have no
God,
connection.
Man, who
yard,
have
you know?
ears for ear? Who have ears for ear? Make them ear.
You can imagine a yard you come from and you have no connection there. You don't touch a base in years and years and years, and you just like dash stone behind you kind of thing. And no pressure turn up. Yeah, no pressure turn up. And you must feel some kind of nervousness in yourself.
Of course, man. But watch out. Me never fling no stone with a back of me in front of me. My link go 3 ways.
You see?
Yeah. Yeah, man, never make sure that things start out down so.
All right,
sir. Know people over England I'm stay connect with it.
See.
Me there, sir. A 3-way me fling stone, man.
All right, sir. All right. But
the lesson none of them go back at me.
And the lesson that this morning. And the lesson that this morning.
Who have ears to hear, make them hear.
Who have ears to hear will hear. All right.
Ready up, you know.
All right, my brother.
Blessed morning, man. I now hold up the time. I just that I said.
All right.
I can go back at me, yeah.
Mother's not respect, sir.
Blessed morning, man.
Blessed. Somebody say I'm gonna be there in 2 days eating mangoes and relaxing. Yo, hey, I'm not lying up. If I'm there in Jamaica, but I want to go to the door and take and look up and see place and so. I said to myself, said, Jesus Christ, like nice. You know, like hey, certain place can't pressure away, man. That me I try to tell you. Certain place can't pressure away. And certain people can get pressure, but certain place can't pressure away. That's why we say from long time, so find your place. Here, find your place. You're there, you do good here, good for you. All right, and we encourage that too. But you see how the slope gets slippery. You know what I mean? That means we have a plan, and we have a backup plan, and we have a backup plan to back up the backup plan. The backup plan. All right, so them can't scare we like that so easily. We're good to go. All right. September, here I go. Sunshine. Yeah, man. But anyway, we're going to talk about dancehall and a few things that this morning, right? For those of you who are not too steep in dancehall culture and you only watch it when Red Bull does Culture Clash dancehall, the commercialized version of it, that's the version I try to tell my family, say my Jamaican people, that you're letting these people take over your culture. If they find so much value in it that big corporations like those are investing in it to do like Culture Clash and all these things, you need to be endorsing your own culture too. For some reason, we're the kind of people who create great things and then we are ashamed of our own creation, so we shun it until somebody else take it up. And then them make it shiny and pretty. And then we look on it like, give it back with stuff, but them no want to give it back to you because you give it away already, right? Stop giving away our stuff. We create, and we create beautiful things, from the music to fashion to all of that. Matter of fact, by the way, check this out, right? The other day I was watching a 90s dancehall video. And me I look upon everybody in the video and me I said to myself, say, you know, so we used to dress completely different from everybody else. Like Jamaicans, just Jamaicans used to dress. If you go back to the 90s, 80s, late 80s to 90s, we dressed completely different from the rest of the world. And you would follow what me I say now, and you would actually be able to tell one of us when you see we out a road. It was a distinct look that we had, right? Then for some reason we assimilated and we started following everybody else, and we start brag about Gucci shoes, and we start promote for all the brands that really don't contribute to us, our culture, our us as the people, nothing. And then we stop promoting our own brands. Back then, I realized also that who we were promoting was our dressmaker. Y'all talk about independence. Y'all talk about keeping the money in your community. Y'all talk about setting trends. We promoted our tailors, our dressmakers, our barbers, our beauticians, hairdressers, because you would have seen a hairstyle and them would have been like, yo, who do our hair so? You would have seen a dress. And other women would be like, who made that dress? Where'd you get that dress from? And she's like, Miss Marcia, you know, Miss Marcia, my dressmaker still. Me have a link for her, I can give you, you know. And nobody else now saw that, you know. People would take pictures of it, take a picture of the dress when them see you with the dress, and carry it, go give for them dressmaker. And for them dressmaker would have look on it and say, all right, you have to go carry me 50 yard blue cloth, linen, and 20 yard sequence, and this, that, and that, and me do up your measurement. And for some reason, we changed and started looking like everybody else, sounding like everybody else, living like everybody else. We weren't that before, just the other day. It was just an observation I was making, that we were not like everybody else just the other day. And for some reason, we became just like everybody else, to the point where if you put us in a group now with everybody else, you can definitively go so and say, Jamaican. I bet some can pick 10. Jamaican. Can't do it again because nobody is authentic anymore. Everybody is scared to be authentic. Away my van. Away my looks. You know, back in the day, people never talk about away my van. It was originality. It was originality, and every person was like a star. You know what I mean? Every person was like a star. And even our music was different. And I remember I said we did have artists like Tiger and them. And every artist, like once you hear them sound, you know, I would think that if an artist did a song today and him pick up the mic and him say, everybody would be like, oh, the Rossima sings about shiddly diddly widdly widdly diddly diddly whoa whoa. But look on Barrington Levy. And look what shiddly diddly diddly whoa gone. Look how many times it's been sampled. Look how much movie that got put in up. Look how much big stages he's graced across the world. Anywhere that them song there and that shiddly diddly 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 whoa, the Lego in any part of the world, classic piece of work. We were so original and everybody wanted a piece of us and our originality because of our originality. When we started to become like everybody else, you know, see people dress back, them really like, I don't need to go to Jamaica for that anymore because when I go, it's like I'm still here in the US. You know, they carry our flavor now, kind of thing. Who can imitate us better than us? We the original, so we don't need to run after them anymore. Kind of, and at that gone, and it translated back into our music. And international artists not working so much with Jamaican artists anymore because they were not creating anything authentic anymore. They were more sampling rap. And the rappers are like, if you're sampling me and ours, we already have the original for that. We don't need you to do a collab. Back in the day, we needed Bounty Killer them. Back in the day, we didn't need Beanie Man them. You know, we're talking about the Janet Jacksons, and we're talking about, you know, all the groups that worked with these names and these guys, the No Doubts, Gwen Stefani's and all them. They heard the Bounty Killers and they're like, yo, that is friggin' raw and authentic and it can't come from anywhere else. We gotta get that. Not anymore. Now everybody does sound like you take off a piece of America stuff and you take off a piece of over there. So then we look the same. Remember when Shabba Ranks come out, people? I mean, man, big dirty stinking Shabba. Ting-a-ling, 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 ting-a-ling. Yard and foreign kick out. The whole America mash up. And to see him on national television as a kid when you were in America at the time, it was like, yo, the man said, big, dirty, stinking Shabba on TV. That's how we were, like, you know. And them on the big chopperata, them on the big linen pants, them on the bally boot, them on the linen shirt with the sequin part where you can sit through. And then for some reason we turned into everybody. After everybody turned into us, then we turned into everybody, and then we got lost in the sauce. Anyway, DMX featured a lot of dancehall artists. Yeah, DMX, not only him, Swiss Beat them was on that and behind that for sure. Def Jam, partly, Jay-Z them. You could name if the biggest of the biggest was playing in our field. The biggest of the biggest was playing in our field. Our field lost the flavor, so who is new now? They don't have to look to us. Because when them look over there so far, when we are trying to sound like them. I think that's what Bounty was saying when he said, him not in the trap dancehall thing, because you can't trap dancehall. You know about the talk already. But he was like, you can't trap dancehall. I'm not in the trap dancehall thing. You have trap music over there, so, and you have dancehall music over here, so. This trap dancehall thing where them are come with, you know, it's gonna get a buzz, it's gonna have its moment, and then it's gonna fizzle out. And then dancehall will remain dancehall, and trap will remain trap. So said, so done. I don't see too many trap dancehall artists now. Just the other day, they were streaming heavily, and it looked like a genre that was going places and was gonna be something really big. And then just like Bounty Killer them said, see there, and it was Bounty words. Bounty said, the originality of it. Like the Yankee them know if they come sample nothing from you no more. You are sample them already. So you don't have anything that's authentic anymore. Shout out to those who stick to the roots of it and continue to create and elevate in that vein, in that line. You know? The music now have to sound like 1989, you know, in a 2025. You can do something and put your own nowadays spin on it, but at the same time, don't make it so different that when we hear it, we're like, that's enough for we. It's not ours. I mean, it sounds good, I like it, but I know ours. Because once you can say I know ours, that's it. once you can say it's not yours, that's it. I know feel. Somebody else can lay claim to it, which is what happened with trap dancehall. Somebody else is able to lay claim to trap dancehall because them can say they sampling us. That's ours. They're just talking that Jamaican stuff over it. Live on the air with SouFLo. Good morning. Yellow. All right. So here we're gonna finish up this morning. I say I want war in a dancehall, and I do. I want war in dancehall. I woke up this morning after I come in and I put together this thing for y'all this morning. I went into a bit of history, of dancehall history, of dancehall sound system clash, and of dancehall artist clash. And I realized that there's a lot of cowards in dancehall today, and that's the reason why that part of it is dying. A lot of cowards and a lot of selfish people are in dancehall today. Cowards, may I call them out? Big coward. Them love talk about how bad they are and how tough them is, and them are the biggest and baddest this. And they won't even try to prove it. So here's what I'm proposing. I'm proposing that Masick and Alkaline go at it. Those are the two. And the reason why is because, with all due respect, Masick is up here right now, and Alkaline is up here right now. So I know two nobody just beginner artists. A lot of artists who are doing good right now are aspiring to reach the level that Masick and Alkaline have reached. Masick and Alkaline are claiming to be the baddest. Alkaline said he's the youngest and the baddest, and then him said him not the youngest anymore, but him is still surely the baddest. Masick come out the other day and say him are the baddest now. So we don't want nobody fight over who are the baddest no more. Start fling lyrics like how Jackie Chan fling kick, right? Masick and Alkaline, and then prove who is the baddest. Watch this. May I set it up enough? Who is the baddest? You see, after that, the winner of those two will stand at the top of the podium as the baddest. Now, once him stand at the podium, top of the podium as the baddest, anyone else who has a name who wants to be a contender can come along. You have to fight for that. Dancehall need a clash right now. It need a clash right now like how desert need water. Too many cowards in the game now. I'm have to call them out. Listen, if Ninja Man, Bounty Killer, Shabba Rankin, Beanie Man, Vibes Cartel, Mavado, Merciless, the Warren Dunn from Clarendon, howdy! If all of them Monday did say, why I'm in the clash thing, you know. I look what my career still on. If all of them said that, we would have no part of the business that is like that. So dancehall was actually really built on clash. You see what I say? So if you're stepping a dancehall and you want to be giant and you want to be king and you want to be all this, you have to come out and prove that. Right? Clash for the crown, clash for superiority. Clash for superiority. That's why people like Vibes Cartel them can really brag and hold them head up, right? And be like, Bounty Killer them and them Monday. Bounty is a war machine. And Cartel come from Bounty Killer school. And let me see, Ninja Man is sick with it. Most of these artists can't even stand up to those guys still today. Still today, I will put today, I will go up at the prison and I will take Ninja Man out of the prison and I will put Ninja Man on a stage and I will dare you to give me any dancehall artist where you choose today of the new school with Masick them and the Alkaline and them. I will put them on a stage with Ninja Man for a live clash in front of a live audience and them wouldn't survive. And that's no secret. That's facts. Anybody who are going to talk about, you don't know dancehall and times move on. If you know dancehall, you know so none of them couldn't really stand up to Ninja Man. So here's what I'm saying. I'm saying is you can't be in it and let that part of it die. You have to have some kind of love for the longevity of the culture, for the preservation of the culture, so that when time gone down the road, we can, when we are talking about Ninja Man versus remember the time when Merciless go up on the stage and he murder of Ninja Man and Bounty Killer and Beanie Man one time at the only DJ if you do that, you know, him did bad, you know. Probably that's why them did blackball him in the game still, you know. Those conversations we be having, remember the Ninja and Bounty Killer thing, that is classic forever, but it set it up for the Vibes Cartel and Beanie Man and Mavado clash now, Gully versus Gaza, that did consume Jamaica. And then not just Jamaica, that went global. Not just Jamaica, Gully, Gaza, you know, man, you're there in New York, you know. And man, I tell you, say, yo, run us to a Gaza place. You go over here, so man, I talk about be a Gully soldier, they run here, so a Gully, we say, man, I say, oh, so come on, Gaza, me say. And, you know, the rivalry, I mean, it transcended, it went way beyond the shores of Jamaica. In the UK, it was there. In the US, it was here. And the Merciless, them and the Shabba Rankin, them and the... Whose name are we going to be calling next? Or is that where it dies? That's where it ends? Because nobody is brave enough to step up and say, let me carry on the legacy. You know why I call them coward? I call them cowards because they're afraid to lose publicly. I call them cowards because they are just like the people who, you know, everybody is comfortable when they're home, right? And them have one of them devices. So then, somebody I can't stand your head, dirty thinking boy, and them say all kind of something on this side. Them two little fingers just beat up the screen, so and them feel bad, you know. And then when them see you out the road in a real life, them, hi SouFlo, how you doing? You alright? Or you see them talk about what go on, my G? Yeah, man, everything good? Yeah, alright. Yeah. Sometimes I start to wife and say, boy, I look like one of the people, and I bet them one of the people, and when they beat up them thing on the screen. You certain time I see you, big pussy boy, certain time I see you. Like, that's how I see the DJs of today. Big coward them. Everybody run around saying how bad they are and how tough they are and how strong they are and no boy. And then them can't prove it. Somebody said to me yesterday, I'm biased. I said, please don't use that word bias. Some of y'all might have seen the comment. I see a couple of like my response under the video we put up yesterday. I said, please don't use that word bias again because you don't know the definition of the word bias. The person said, everybody who knows dancehall knows that Masick is afraid of Alkaline. Masick, you may attack. You. Everybody, and if somebody get this to him quick. The person said, everybody who knows dancehall knows that you are afraid of Alkaline. Back in the day, you did that chat up your mouth. But now, you're genuinely afraid of Alkaline. After you've seen what Alkaline did to certain other artists. Like him never back down from a Vibes Cartel. Him write off popcorn over there so I forget help from Tommy Lee. Him so you catch afraid. And I'm still saying, I don't see that. And I don't think so. I think the time is now. So since you got on Sunfest the other day and say a bag of things, and on top of those bag of things, you said you are the baddest. We want you to come prove to we now, say you are the baddest. You, Masick, pick your opponent, and it should be that opponent. Yeah? And if him don't answer, then him is the weakest link, and you win by default, and we will carry on from there. See, that's the thing. You can't not answer. You can't not answer. That's what we used to love about Cartel back in the day, because Cartel was the boogeyman. He really was the boogeyman. Like, call him name now. Say something if you think you're bad. It looked like only one person did actually really, really brave for more than say something. And that's who became a legend beside Vibes Cartel. And we're talking about Mavado. Everybody else would have hide and throw rocks. Mavado did brawling. So I want to say who else I got brawling like that. No. Because the culture needs to be carried on, man. It needs to survive. It needs to survive. I don't know if y'all know it, but foreign entities are capitalizing off of our culture. You know, all the things that we claim everybody done. I don't know if we're there foreign too long after and make us soft. I remember somebody told me that them say, you know, when we go to Jamaica, there's a certain level of aggressiveness to every Jamaican, even the ones who are calm. There's a certain level of, like, we're pushing our way through life kind of thing, you know? Like, yeah, man, me are cool and relax and everything. Use one old word, me a rally back and everything, but don't fuck with me, right? Everybody has that. But when you're in America for too long, or foreign lands then for too long, for some reason you feel like, oh, this is more refined to just be, I look for the word. Just bow down for everything. Not bowing at the way how we say bow. Them bow, not about it. But bow as in, you know, why do we have to be fighting? You know, so I don't want to fight anymore. Like, stop. Don't hit me. That kind of thing that you take on, that kind of something that, and I know we culture that. And that's why a lot of people too who stay away from Jamaica for too long, when you hear them talk, they'll be like, God, I just went there. Like, I don't know, the people them just so aggressive, and you know, nobody not laugh and smile with me, and nobody saying morning, cause so it on. I saw it on. You have to know we like that, and I saw it on. We choose who we want to say morning and hi to. And you know, so if you get to know we are good people too. And we're not talking about get to know we whole life story. But come around with more often. You know, in a food culture, we naturally just look out for strange face. You don't know you like that, to not run up on you like that. But you're there foreign for too long, you start feel like nobody is catering to me. Because you get catered to in a foreign place, yeah. Nobody is catering to me. Oh my God, Jamaica, they're like so, like me reach at the airport and me I try to change out my all me catch too. That's why I say, yo, me need to go back on my yard more often. And from me catch me with it like that, them can't catch me with it again, because me don't care. My next trip, I me cut me right back, and I don't care, and me I move just like how you move. And nothing wrong with it, I just saw it stay. And the people them will still big you up, you know, everything. But I change out some money. I ask the girl behind it, you know, when you get in the airport, change out the money. You know, I reach at the counter now and pull out my US and think. She said, can I change some money for you today, sir? I said, Lord, how your face looks so like you're upset. Remember, I know the girl asked me, can I change out some money for you today, sir? And me, I talk about, Lord, how your face. Remember, I happy for reaching up. Because me, I said, come off my plane, God brought me here safe, the plane never crashed. Me, I change out some money and go about my business. And me, I said, everybody should be happy and smiling. You don't have no concern about how the girl wake up this morning, walk go on a fair yard and how she there. So, you know, she has already done her enough. She gave one little small smile. Take that and go on, man, early in the morning. Everybody is not chippery like you, like you're on 2 cup of coffee already. So I said, my God, you know, you're not smile or nothing. She said, smile for what? Nothing that if smile about, are you changing some money today, sir? I said, damn. I said, all right, yeah, I want to change some money. So, me, I give a couple $100 bill and I said, I want to change out them here. And she said, how much is it? She take you under the glass and she account it so in front of me. You see how much you give me? Me I show you so me account it so you can't say, I know the me now in my feelings. So how she account the money so aggressive? What she going so far? You know, you're there firing too Ross long, man. Like somebody is supposed to. Good morning. How are you doing this morning? Because the customer service and you know the customer is always right. And this, that, and the other. I know so it on. I know so it on. But we like go yard, go try and make everybody like you're supposed to be like the people in America that I know. Right? You're supposed to greet me with a smile. You're supposed to do all the extras. Hi, I'm so glad to see you. Are you changing out some money today, sir? You know, you expect all the Ross extraness. And because them not give you that now, oh God, them not have no damn customer service. We can't stand them. We can't stand them. Say, I with their for too long, family. Because with their Jamaica, I don't mean nothing to it. Right? You walk up, you don't know the woman, she don't know you. Say, man, and everything good? Yeah, man, everything good. You change out some money? Say, yeah, man, change out them for me now. And she said, how much? She said, $400, 400 US. She said, all right. I count it back in front of you. Boom, bam, bam. She count it back. She said, okay, the exchange rate today is this much. So your total you're going to be getting back is this much. All right. Are you good with that? You say, yes. You say, all right, sign these for me, please. You sign your paperwork. And shove your money gear. Have a nice day here. We say, all right, take care and go about your business. Next. And that's it. She not did the back of the glass. Happy be nobody clown. If it turn up there for everybody that comes by. With their foreign too long. With their foreign too long. Weak dancehall artists. The one them that not weak, cowards. Cowards. Make good music in the studio. That's about it. Afraid to clash with any other artist. And here what? You see, after Masick and Alkaline go at it, and the best man standing from that, anybody else who clash after him and actually can beat him will be the next best man standing after that. Or if him can defend him thing for a time against a couple of opponents, then we know him are the real champion. Until then, all I see is cowards. All I see is cowards. Too coward to preserve the culture. Too coward to preserve the culture. And message of the day is, when you go back on the yard, go make sure you not connect with on the yard. Go make sure you not connect with on the people them. Because when the shit hits the fan, someone not go have nowhere to run go. Yeah, because nobody no remember you. Because you're gone afar and they remember nobody. I'm going to leave you with that this morning. It's 8 a.m. Manners and respect to each and every one of you tuning in. I appreciate you greatly. Thank you for being here. Like my granny Miss Ruby said, be good. It's best to be good, but if you can't be good, be careful. My grandfather must Cleaver right there, so say, I will see you tomorrow if God spare my life. All right? Knowing that today is all you have, tomorrow is not promised. Yesterday gone already, and God is in control. Later. I'm out. Peace.